Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Amanda and this is Birch and Lily, my channel all about knitting and cross stitch. Today you have stumbled upon a cross stitch episode. It is July 27th, 2020 and I have 4 different projects that I've been working on over the past 2 weeks that I have ready to show you guys. Before we jump into that though, there are 2 places that you can find me on the internet. The first is on Instagram at birch.and.lily, and the second, if you're into knitting, is on Ravelry at birchandlily. So let's jump into works in progress. If you know me, I have no finished objects because I just like to work on big cross stitch projects for some reason. Anyways, the first project that I have to show you guys is the Berry Bowl Sampler. This is a pattern by Heartstring, Samplery, and the Scarlett house. They collaborated on it, and I am decently far in it now. I have it in this pretty bag. This is from the Sag and Stitch. And it's dirty, whoops. Anyways, so I am using all of the called for threads for this project. If you were here on, I think, my last cross stitch episode, I was missing a couple threads. They're in the mail. They should be here tomorrow, I think. And the reason I say that is because when I show you this, there's some random empty spots that I've kind of just left out because I was missing those threads. So I am stitching this up on one of the called for fabrics. The pattern actually calls for 2 fabrics, which I'm sure you would have seen because I'll have popped up a picture. And you stitch 2 halves of the pattern and then stitch the 2 fabrics together, and that is how you do it. The idea, I think, behind it is to have 2 different friends, each one stitch one side, and then you can like swap and have your friend stitching and your stitching stuck together. I'm not doing that. I'm just doing it all myself, but I am stitching this up on a 36 count Wren fabric. I had actually started something else on this before and I just wasn't feeling it, I guess, so there was very few stitches in on this fabric. I just ripped them all out and started the Berry Bowl Sampler on it instead. So here is where I am. So you can see there's random empty spots everywhere from missing threads, but I will be able to fill those in tomorrow, which is exciting. But I'm shocked how much I love this. I thought I would be kind of bored working on the same sort of motif the whole time, but it's been really fun. All of the color changes, and I think it's another one of those things where I like feeling satisfied every time I finish one of them. It's not like one big piece where you're never really done until the whole thing is done. So it's been really fun to work on. I still think, working on the 36 count, I still think I prefer 40 count. This is great, it's fine. I still like that I can work with only 1 strand of floss, because I think that's really what makes 40 count my preference. But the coverage is just so much better on 40 count with 1 strand. So I think that's my ultimate choice, is 40 count. I've been doing most everything on 40 count lately. So I'm excited to work on that some more and fill in all of those empty spots and see how it looks once I've done that. So the next thing that I've worked on the past couple days is a new start. I had talked about it last episode, kind of. I've had this kitted up, might as well say the name. It's a Saviour's Praise by Shakespeare's Peddler, and I've had this kitted up since like Christmas of last year, 2019. And for some reason I just wasn't starting it, and so I finally bit the bullet and started it, and I've been loving it so much. It's really fun. So I have it in a pretty southern bag. I am using all of the called for threads. There's a lot of anchor floss in here, and then a couple different weeks dye works. And then I am also stitching this up on the called for fabric, which is a 40 count Beach Brew from R&R. So I really don't have tons done, but I have a start, and it's been really fun. I love the border on this. I don't think I will get bored of the border on this because it's not a typical border where everything is repeating all the time. Everything is different on it, which makes it so fun. So again, this is another massive project that I've added to the standing pile, but it's worth it. I'm really enjoying it. And you know what? all that matters is I'm having fun. So if it takes me 10 years to get it done, it was 10 fun years, I guess. So I'll definitely be putting some more work into this because I've really been enjoying it. It's been really fun. I love the colors. Plus, I don't know what I was doing when I ordered fabric, but I have like twice the amount of fabric I need. So it'll be exciting to be able to use this on something else too. I don't think I'll cut it just yet because that terrifies me. I'll cut it once I kind of make sure everything fits. But it's nice to know that I have some extra fabric kicking around too. So next we have Merrily Needleworker, which is a pattern by Lindy Stitches. I think I had showed this last time and said, oh, I can get this done by next time. Yeah, right. The amount of fill-in on the dress on this is insane. That is literally pretty much all I've worked on for the past 2 weeks. I did do a couple little things, which you'll see, but I've mostly just been doing fill-in on the dress, and it is taking forever. It is nice, like I don't mind it because I don't have to pay attention to it, so I've been working on it while we're watching TV or something that I want to pay attention to, but it is taking forever. So I have this in this bag from Made by Mama Joan. This floss is a mess, apologies, but I'm using all the called for threads for the Day Garden version of this pattern. There is also a Night Garden version, and it's just different threads and a darker fabric, basically. I am so excited to have this done because I'm going to hang it somewhere in my craft room. It fits the theme of my craft room quite perfectly, so I'm really excited to have it done once I get through the dress. So this is being stitched on a 40 count Bramble fabric. The pattern calls for 32 count, but I just dropped down to 40. And as always, I never iron anything before because I don't want to. But here we go. So I've obviously got a lot more done on the dress. I moved down and did some more of this. I think a lot of what I did was on this side where my fingers wiggling here. So I got the little snail in and all that. It's been really fun. There is a little frog that's going to be under this flower that I'm really excited to stitch. He's super cute. And then this brown line here is going to be a spool of thread. So that is the top of the spool, and then there'll be another line here, and that I think gets pretty dang close to the bottom of the whole piece. So I am flying quite a bit. Like I said, I've really been working on the dress. I think last time I was only about to here on the dress color, so I've got a lot done. Yeah, this will definitely still be at the top of my list to work on, I think. And I have one final project to show you guys this episode. This is Merrily, We Welcome Spring by Blackbird Designs. I have got a lot of progress done on this too as well, actually. I was working a lot on the border and trying to get it done. We have another pretty southern project bag with little frogs. So again, all of the called for threads, and they will never look as pretty as Nicole's. The only thread I did change, where is it here? So the pattern calls for Mountain Mist. I can't remember who it's by, but that was out of stock at the time, so I switched it out for Saint Bernard by Classic Colorworks. And I also did change the fabric for this pattern. It calls for a 40 count oaken, and I'm using a 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. Yes, 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. So I might actually have to slide back for this, we'll see. Oh no, there we go. So yeah, I have worked a lot on the border on this. I'm getting close to having it done, at least the brown part. There's still all of the little, if I zoom in here, all of the little flower petals and stuff to put on it, but I've been getting it done and I'm proud of myself because I hate borders. And then I also did finish a couple different lines here in all of the alphabets. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of progress on this too. I, for some reason, expected it to be larger than this. I'm okay with the size of it. I'm very happy with the size of it because it will take up less wall space. But for some reason I expected it to be larger, so that was a nice surprise. And I do really like it on the Vintage Country Mocha. I think Oaken is just a little bit more like orangey brown, so this is a bit more toned down, and that fits my house quite a bit better. So I'm happy with that decision. It's kind of a forced decision because I wanted to start it and the fabric was not in stock that it called for, but it turned out well, so I'm okay with that. And yeah, I don't know, I've been enjoying alphabets too. Like, what is wrong with me? All the things that I usually don't like, borders, alphabets, that's what I've been working on lately. So yeah, lots of progress on this as well. So yeah, that is pretty much all I've had pulled out to work on the past 2 weeks. I would have worked on a Shepherd's Song by Plum Street Samplers, but I am way too far ahead of my mom and I wanted to give her some time to catch up. So that I put on hiatus. I'll probably maybe work on it a tiny bit in the next little while, but I'll try not to do it too much so she can catch up. And then I think I have decided to do Whip It Good by Heartstring Samplery on that purple fabric that I showed last week, but I'll leave that for a little while because I have lots of stuff that I'm enjoying working on, so I don't need to start anything new. That would be silly of me. If you saw my whip pile of knitting and cross-stitch stuff, I don't need new starts, so we'll wait for that for a little while. But yeah, I've really been enjoying that. It's been fun. Nice thing to work on in the AC because it's too hot outside. And yeah, I don't know if you noticed today, I think honestly quarantine has made me, I don't want to say lazy. I'm enjoying the fact that I don't feel like I have to put makeup on and do my hair, but like this is the first time I think I've done my hair since March, April maybe. And the only reason I did it is because I had to go renew my license and I needed a photo taken. So that's been really nice. I like just sitting at home, doing my thing, not having to get ready. It's been good. So I hope you guys have been getting a lot of crafting time in too and enjoying yourself during quarantine and staying at home and all of that. And yeah, I guess we'll jump into my usual ending the podcast spiel, I guess. If you enjoyed what you saw today and you aren't subscribed already, please consider doing so. It helps me out a lot. And you can also ring the little bell down below in the description so that YouTube notifies you when I upload a new video. I upload every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, if you have any questions, anything you want to tell me what you're working on down below in the comments. I would love to know. And take care. I will see you guys again in 2 weeks for a cross-stitch episode. And if you're interested in knitting, I will see you guys next week on Tuesday. Bye.